but there was one for LP. Maybe you forgot.
You're telling me people go on the internet and lie?
I mean, I thought I could trust Xaro. He's an Arcane. When have Arcanes done anything dishonest?
No.
I can think of 7 things.
No.
I can think of 7 things.
Yeah, 7 frames of dishonesty.
7 frames.
No, it's actually 7 frames of perfection. Let's not.
Now, the kind of the flip side of this that I really want to take a look at, though, is Windows. So this is something we were discussing earlier. This is kind of a redemption story, kind of not. Redemption story in the side of a narrative when you look at 2-0 over Kashi, 3-2 over Durai, 3-1 over Penguin. But this is a player that had kind of taken a step back, had gone into a coaching role, had gone into a content role, had left the home state of Florida, and left kind of Tampa rivals behind. And from we'd seen in a couple events, not really perform up to the standard. So after, a poor showing at Riptide, this conversation started occurring that, is Windows up to the level that he once was? And of course, our argument always was, well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You don't just forget over a year of quarantine. Raster sucks online. That's really it. And so now, putting firmly a stamp on this is the first time. So since DreamHack Atlanta, that Windows was able to beat Penguin, correct?
So the time before that was at Heatwave 3. And that was to get 3rd place. That's
Amazing.
how strong the 3rd place thing is. That Windows beats Penguin 3-0 to make sure he gets in top 3. But like Windows beating Penguin, like Penguin is a player who can beat pretty much everybody in this room with specials turned off, right?
Yep.
It doesn't matter what the circumstances.
Has beaten everyone in this room with specials turned off.
So the fact of the matter is getting a win on Penguin instantly means nope, you're not washed. You can hold that anybody who believes it, because that is just an incredible result. And Windows, talking to Windows and Xaro, they're both kind of looking forward to this set. They both think it could go either ways. Windows intent on playing the video game. He's proven what he wanted to prove with his run so far, and just whatever happens, it can only be good.
Right. I mean, this is just icing on the cake at this point. And, Akashi, what are your thoughts, of two, I mean, really generational players, right? So, of course, we talk about Windows in his era and Xaro in his era now. How do you think the two of these line up? At their peaks, where do they stand in the history of rivals?
As far as peaks go, Windows has been such a like Penguin, he's been such a consistent player, constantly just top 8 staple. And I mean, recently, the last year or two, Xaro's been basically the same thing. He was the #1 player in the online season in Season 5. He got it over Penguin, over K-Consol, over Kusi. And I think, at their peaks, Xaro probably plays a little better. But I think if we're talking, 2019 Windows, Heatwave 3 Windows, I think he absolutely can take a set like this. Because he used to bully the best Arcane at the time back then, which was Dolphin Break.
Right.
And he would constantly, just 3-0 and 3-0 him. And it's D-Break just didn't have an answer to the matchup. And maybe Xaro can do something different.
Well, we'll just have to see. I know, talking to Windows, one thing that he really admires about Xaro's gameplay is his punish game. The way that he finds kills is so refined. As good of a player as D-Brick was, sometimes at the end of the stock, it's just I'm just going to look for down strong, a whole lot. But we see back air into up air. We see comboing to a puddle and using the extra range to get a combo into that strong. And Windows making sure the stocks stay even. Especially in this matchup with Orcane's air friction, I imagine getting out of raster combos is super hard.
So one thing I'm curious about is, I mean, I can appreciate the fact that the Windows are trying to get the stock off. Obviously, you want to get this leveled up so you can get the percentage areas closer. My problem with that is if you use that down air this early in the set, I don't know how often that Xaro's not going to be ready for it afterwards, right? I feel like that was an important ace that may not be available to him later in the set. We'll see, but it's something I want to keep an eye on.
For now, it's Windows' turn.
That's one thing that we're also seeing a good bit as well, is that Xaro's not making it easy for Windows to get in. Every time he jumps in the air, he's doing short hop droplet, he's putting out bubbles, he's basically walling him as much as he can, just to kind of force him to do a really uncomfortable approach, because Raster doesn't have, he's got pretty stubby buttons. It's got a little Mario syndrome kind of going on. It's his forward air is not really disjointed, he kind of has to approach it nair, down air, back air, and down air, very good, but that class going to do it.
Yeah, because that's the thing between bubbles and the droplet itself, right? It controls airspace, and that's where Raster wants to be when an opening is found.
Oh, he's mashing that back here. I don't want to get caught in this Raster combo right now.
Windows playing so patient in the corner, as we know, Windows is always capable of doing. Finding a hit,
Good
Not gonna be
DI
able to
out there. Huge.
Oh, drifting away from that. Oh my! That would have traded if he'd done that forward air just a smidge earlier.
This is big right now. This is very, very big. Good DI in. Good mix
Gets
up.
the edge cancel.
That puddle's still ominous.
The patience by
Oh,
Windows!
there
Did you
it
see
is.
all of those jumps waiting for that one back air to be too high and converting off that into the kill? Windows, for his composure, still a legend.
And so that's something we saw at the start of the set too, is that Xaro was a little bit, was able to take a little bit more advantage of Windows coming back a little more aggressively. And a couple times there where he had actually used up all of Windows' resources and then ended up getting hit by the tornado on the way down. Even on the last stock, SDIing down, and so he could actually sit there and crouch cancel the final hits of it. But, you know, what did you see there? What changed that allowed the Windows to really kind of take that over?
I think just sort of drifting and jumping around his general airspace, staying out of the immediate threat range of like a full hop nair, a short hop back air, up tilt, just kind of threatening with a button and trying to make Xaro flinch in some way. Like, doesn't need to be a parry, but he's just looking for him to press a button, because then he can jump in with the down air, because that is his big disjointed move that's like right beneath him. There's a hit of it that spikes forward, there's a hit of it that pops you up, straight up, and there's a hit that pops you up behind you, which we saw him convert into an up air, into the up smash. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's honestly what can be so incredible about Raster. We saw it in the MSB Random Invitational. You can either play Raster or you can't. If you held me hostage and said, do a Raster combo into NATO, I would pull the trigger myself. I'd be like, you know what? Whoa.
What is this?
Nani?
What? Okay.
Okay, we're back.
We had a flashback for a second there.
Yeah,
it was
traveled back in
previously
time.
on.
We went into an alternate timeline.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, that's a combo.
My brain hurt for a second. I was like, wait, I have not slept enough to understand what's happening. Ooh, big sequence here. Oh, no!
Oh, that down strong.
Such a good, just like you said, a flinch punish, right?
Yep. Yeah.
You press something, and here's 7 frames, I got you.
My favorite game between these two characters is 2 for flinching.
Yeah.
It's a game of chicken, but only one of them's a chicken.
I hate you.
Oh, I love you.
I hate you.
There's a
I've waited
here.
20 months to commentate with you again, and this is what you do.
Oh, that tech was so good. That's another thing that we are probably gonna see at some point in the set, is that Raster, very, very light character, obviously, but Orcane, very, very strong character. Speaking of forward strong, sweet spot, killing out the side.
You know what I'm missing to just fully bring me back to 2019 Rivals? The entire crowd clapping their hands.
Yes.
For every strong hit.
Yes.
Oh, I missed that. Bring that back.
Well, that's when we had like 3 Rasters in top 8 every time.
Oh, that was spooky. Shout out to Genesis. Oh, reverse nair there.
Yeah, I thought that nair was super slick. Oh,
The patience waiting for the air dodge and still gets the catch, and this is big. Xaro doesn't have that resource, and Xaro peeks out that back air anyway.
Oh, I've mentioned this. He's mentioned this before to me. So basically, if Orcane down airs you on a platform, especially on a stage like this, the best thing to do is to not tech. Because if you tech, you get down strong, you get back air, you get reset with another down air. He could just do whatever he wants as long as he's still there next to you. He says, "Come into my loving arms," and you just kind of have to hold that if you tech it.
Speaking of holding, Xaro holding all the way out there.
Holding this lead too right now.
I mean, the thing is, we remember how that last game ended. Windows was basically at 74. I think he literally was.
Yeah, this is another dangerous game.
Nope, jab
tilt.
Yep.
F tilt.
Oh, jab 1, 2, F2.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous mix-up. If you get jab 1-2'd, if you hold in, you get down tilted into an up air or up smash. If you hold out, he can F tilt you, and that's bad. That's bad news bears you saw right there.
And now we switch over to Fire Capital, going for the bigger stage. I like it.
Windows is possibly trying to ice out Xaro's momentum a little bit, because this is a very large stage, and Raster can use these platforms dangerously well to just go. Yep, right there.
So I don't know how much you remember of DreamHack, Akashi, but this was kind of the mindset that he had on a lot of these matchups, where he's just like, you know what, you might win neutral 1 or 2 more times than me, but we're going to go to a big stage, and now I'm just not going to interact. He does this exact thing where he's like, okay, I'm going to circle camp, see you later.
Yeah, and that's kind of, we actually saw something like that at Heat Wave 3 when he was playing Schroeder. He was down 1-1, but Schroeder didn't ban Fire Cap. So Windows did, okay, you know, I don't really want to deal with Rano's fast buttons, big moves. You know, I'm just going to circle him.
Yep.
And once you get the lead as Raster, you don't really need to approach. And then you're seeing this happen.
Ooh, off the top, and he got it.
See you
He
later.
said, good night, Irene.
66% only on Windows. Once again, the Magic 74.
Yep. Great DI out and good DI in to survive that back air.
It's actually something that I've always admired about Windows as a player. Is he recognizes when he's actually obligated to do things, right? He recognizes the power of doing nothing, whether it's because you're in the lead or because you're an advantage and your opponent might parry and give you something, right?
G-Pig, tell me what frame doing nothing is.
You see it right there. That is not doing nothing. That is, I want to kill you and take your stock.
Yeah.
Die. Somewhere in here is this stock. Windows up 2 whole ones right now and looking to maybe go up 2-1 if he keeps this going.
Yeah, this looks really, really deep into the Windows game plan right now. However,
that DI away from that back air was so big because if that sweet spot hit, you might have been dead if it on Capital.
That's what I was thinking. Yep, and back to the top lats we go.
Yep, it's like, I'm at a pretty dangerous, dangerous percent. Raster's lightweight coming in there, up tilt up air, looking like Absol but a whale dog.
Right.
Uncharacteristic miss on the parry punish by Windows, right? Because that was just baiting movement, but misses the flinch punish, but still 129% on Arcane. Ooh, the mix-up.
Oh, and he has no slipstream for a few seconds. This could be big. It only takes a good 50-60% to...
Oh, look for that back air, up air, and
Yes,
that's going to
there's
be
the
it.
flinch.
Not dead. Air friction coming through.
Yeah, Arcane, one of the hardest characters to kill off the side.
There it is. There it
But
is.
not off the top.
Now, you talked about the flinch punishes. There's been a couple times where Xaro's actually, I think, won game 2, or at least took a couple of stocks off of missed flinch punishes, with going side B back into the stage, Windows being misplaced when he's setting up for the parry. This is not something this is new. I mean, we've seen this a couple times now, and it's one of those things where either it continues to happen and Xaro can claw their way back, or Windows really locks it down in either game 4 or game 5, and suddenly Windows is in winners finals.
It's surprising for me to see from Windows because part of what gives his patient style like so much substance is his reactions, right? Is that he's able to normally see the moment you miss trying to catch him and then kill you off of it.
Now, Akashi, besides these side platforms and how much it's going to help Xaro, why do you think we're going Battlefield here?
I think, well, that would have been a stop for starters. Yeah, like good tech chases on those mid plats for Arcane can lead to stocks like that as soon as like 60. But I mean, Raster's still really good on the stage. Like, don't get it twisted. Raster's a phenomenal character on a stage like this. But just for Arcane, this is a great stage. Just like we said with Clarion before, tech chase down strong. The plats are really good, and the neutral in general is great. But that's gonna be the first stock right there from Windows.
Windows hanging back right now, and we're seeing the start of something. Oh my gosh, he's gonna... Okay. No, that's gonna be off the top!
That's it!
Good
that
night,
reset.
Good night. And that is it. Xaro on his potential winner side stock right now. Windows looking to maybe end it with a 3-1? Let's see.
There were a lot of careful pauses in that window conversion as well, right? Windows was looking for an air dodge, was looking for knowing for sure what Xaro was going to do, and being able to have that composure while in the lead means that Windows isn't too hungry for the kill.
And that's a big thing there, too, just taking that little bit of extra bubble damage, knowing that there's really not going to be the positioning on it. Windows right now is punishing everything.
Everything.
Back off. Yep. Smashes. Okay. That's enough sometimes.
Catches the run away, which means DI out, which means that down strong is definitely killing. But 83%. We've seen it before. He's looking for that downer into the kill setup.
That slipstream missing is big.
Double not quite. He's coming out.
Might be trying to condition the DI in. Getting a lot of these back airs right now.
Expecting the roll there. Yep, gonna have to come back.
Windows expecting a match option, but still catches. And Windows winning 3-1. Yeah.
Over Xaro. Moving on into winners finals.
Look at this man. The shrug. He's like, I don't know why I'm here.
It's like, I did it.
I'm just as confused as you guys are.
Look at me. I did it.
I'm trying to think right now. I'm number crunching. How many players have beaten Xaro and Penguin in the same run? Because I can only think of Kick Assault.
Kick Assault.
Blue?
It sounds
Blue
like
question mark?
No, Blue hasn't played Xaro offline anyway.
Okay.
No.
And here's the thing. I noticed that at the beginning of the set. Penguin left his mints up there for Windows. Windows got a couple, got the power up from it. Now, we do have ZB and Cake Assault coming up next, the other side of winter semis. However, there will be a short break. Do not go anywhere. Take the time. Let your friends, let your family know this is where you want to be. Twitch.tv/Rivals of Aether for Heat Wave 4 Top 8.